What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna upgrade the Asus Zephyrus G14, and this one exact model number is GA401i. Yeah, 401i. So right now this has 8 gigs of RAM that's soldered to the motherboard, can't be changed, and an empty slot just sitting there empty, and it has a 500 gigabyte hard drive. That's the way I got it. So we're gonna throw an extra 32 gigabytes of RAM and a 2 terabyte hard drive into it. So I'll change the camera and we'll get into it. Alright, so if you want to know how I found this stuff, I found out that these laptops, they come with, you know, the crucial brand RAM and SSD hard drives. That's the brand that they come with from the factory. So I went to Crucial's website and I typed in, you know, the Asus Zephyrus G14, and then it listed all the stuff that they had that was compatible with the computer. So it made it pretty easy. The only thing you have to look at is like the RAM needs to be 3200. So I tried to keep everything the same, just so I don't have any problems. Alright, so what you want to do is wash your hands and then touch a piece of metal so that you're grounded, and then we can start popping these screws out, which is just a number 1 Phillips screwdriver. Alright, once you get the screws out or loose, I try to keep the screws right in the same holes. And just work your way around the case and pop it loose. Okay. Put that aside. So under this film, you see this? It's empty. So there's 8 gigabytes soldered to the motherboard. And now we're adding another 32. Yeah, and it just clips in like that. Beautiful. And under here, we have the 500 gigabyte hard drive. And they actually have these cases now. I saw on newegg.com. They have these little cases that you can put these M.2 hard drives in. And then you can have like an external hard drive that's connected to the computer through USB-C or whatever. So I might do that with this. Just have a little extra portable 500 gigabyte hard drive on hand. Oh, it's got a little sticky pad under it. This has got some sort of I don't know if this is like heat sink or what this is, this metal. Yeah, this metal, it's like, it's not metal, but it seems like it's a thick, it's definitely got some sort of metal in it. I think I'm gonna peel that off and stick it on the new one. Alright, so we're gonna put the new M.2 hard drive. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna take this top piece that they have on the other one. I'm gonna place it on the top of this one. Just because this is where it sits right against the case here. And that seems like some sort of heat sink. Whatever this is, so. Yeah, it's some sort of heat sink. Alright. Well, we got some heat sink on there. A little extra never hurt. Alright. So now I'm just going to take some duster, just in case anything got in here. Might as well clean it out while you're here. Alright, now we're just gonna pop the case back on. And then we're gonna stick the USB Windows stick in and reinstall Windows and get everything back up and running. And I'll probably have to download all the drivers for this, but we shall do that now. Alright, so I bought a copy of Windows 10 and a USB stick, because a lot of computers don't have disk drives anymore. So you want to take it, plug it in. Geez, these things are nice and new and tight. Virgin USB ports. Nothing better. Alright, so you plug that in. USB port. Make sure your computer's plugged in now, because it's going to use some juice. And let's turn her on. It should try to boot off of that. Yep. Just found it. And there we are. It's installing. Then after it's installed, I'll go online for Asus Zephyrus G14 and download the drivers, and it's good to go. So if you don't know too much about computers, when you're looking into your hard drive space, with SSD hard drives, these solid state drives, just because you bought 500 gigabytes of hard drive doesn't mean use all 500 gigabytes of it, because if you do that, your computer will start crashing and things won't be good. So you need some buffer room in the hard drive for things to move around. So if you think of a computer like, let's see, the hard drive is your toolbox, right? And your RAM is your desk. And you take things out of your toolbox and you put it on your desk while you're working on one type of thing. And then when you're done, you take the stuff off your desk and you put it back in your toolbox. So you need room for things to move around. So if you don't have enough RAM or don't have enough hard drive space because you chewed it all up with your porn flicks or whatever you do, I would, if you're like buying a new hard drive, I would just go more than you think you need. Spend a little extra. It's worth it, so you don't have to keep doing this. And also, I just found this out the hard way, which is good. There's no Ethernet port on this Asus, so check your PC. If it has one, you should be alright. You can plug in the Ethernet port, but it's asking me to connect to the internet to download the drivers. I need the drivers so that I can connect this to the internet. So if you don't have another computer around that you can download the drivers to a USB stick, I'd plug it into your laptop, download the drivers you need, and then do what we just did. Alright, finally, it's done. Well, not all the way done. I still have to go through everything, put all my settings back, download all my programs, but the main stuff is up. I downloaded all the drivers onto a thumb drive. I put them in. And this mouse doesn't control this, controls that one. Why I keep doing that, I don't know. So I went into settings just to see. 40 gigabytes installed RAM. Okay. And now we go to storage. 2 terabytes. All done. She's good to go now. Alright, so it's working now. I've got everything in there. Drivers. And while we're on the subject, a lot of people might be interested or not. But I have found with a lot of antivirus programs, they slow the crap out of your computer. Like, they choke it up so much. And I've been using 3 programs, one of which comes with Windows. So there's 2 programs I download. That's it. One of them's free, but if you want to pay for the better version, you can, but I mean, it's good enough. I've never had a problem. And the other one is Spybot Search and Destroy by safernetworking.org or .net. So it's $28 a year. You download it, and you get malware, Trojans, viruses, spyware, all of that stuff. It's a great program. And the cool thing about it is, if you're starting a PC on the fresh, like you just did it, like we just did, I installed Windows, I installed the drivers, and the first two things I did is I downloaded CCleaner, and I downloaded Spybot Search and Destroy. And the first thing, after it updated and did its thing, the first thing it asked me to do was create a whitelist. So the whitelist is great because it takes, so it asks you to do it on a fresh, software build. So it knows, okay, you have Windows, and you have just what you need to keep this PC running, and it knows that those programs right there are not viruses. And that's a lot of hard drive space that you don't have to continually scan over and over, because every time you scan, this thing takes like half an hour. But if you create the whitelist from the beginning, it takes way less time in the end. And I don't have, like, this has live protection. I keep live protection on for the internet when I'm on the internet. But other than that, I shut everything off. Everything. I update it on my own. I run scans on my own. And this will not slow your computer down. I've tried McAfee and all those other ones, and they slow your computer down. I even tried one that was free. I forget what, Bitdefender or something. Yeah, that wasn't that great. So, Spybot Search and Destroy. First, I run CCleaner. I check for registry issues. I fix those. Then I come into Spybot. I scan for malware, viruses, anything that's going on there. I fix those. I've never gotten a virus, but I also don't do sketchy things. And then there's a immunize, where you can immunize your computer, and that's like an extra layer of protection. So, and then after that, obviously you defragment your shit. It basically just takes your files within your hard drive and it organizes them and puts things back. So if you think of your hard drive like your room, for instance, or your house, as you're using things, sometimes things aren't put back where they're supposed to be, and things are all over the place, and there's if you organize better, maybe you could fit more stuff on that shelf. That's what the defragmenting does. And here goes my computer. You see this? That's the video card, dude. That's why I'm doing this, because this thing's on its way out. But yeah, those are three really good programs. Just in case you were wondering, I highly recommend them. And it's not that much. $27 a year. It's probably cheaper than anything, like McAfee or whatever. Yeah, so hopefully this video was helpful. Make sure you subscribe. Give the video the old. See you guys next time.